Okay. Then D, our last exercise for the day. Sensitive feelings, calm, non-demanding. That's you. You avoid confrontation. I'm not talking about the game that is doing, I'm talking about you. So don't lose the focus of what you're doing. Avoid confrontation, enjoys routine, warm and relational, adaptable, thoughtful, patient. I'm a good listener. I'm loyal, even nailed. I don't know what that is, so don't write that if you don't know what it is. But if you know that's true, write it. Even killed, gives in, indecisive, dislikes change, dry humor, sympathetic, nurturing, tolerant, peacemaker. Peacemaker. Okay. D equals. You got your scores. You will note that there are certain traits that are more strong than the others. So your dominant traits are the ones that you got the highest score. So A, raise your hand. Then put a big A on top of your sheet. A big A. A big A on top of it. Okay. Then, one at a time. Yes, schizophrenic. What is the scenario? I think it happens sometimes. It shows that you've got so you sometimes you switch depending on the situation to one of the traits. It's okay. So if you've got an A, yeah? Then B, those that have got the highest on B. Then put a big B on top of the sheet. Okay. C. Put a big C on your sheet. Then D, last but not least. Okay, put a big D on your sheet. Okay. So, what are our personalities? I'll then explain them, but I'm just going to show you. They've been assimilated in the behaviors that are seen in animals. So the character of each of the traits has been given an equal of what is seen in animals. So the A's, type A, lion. B, beaver. You know a beaver? If you're a woman, you're a woman there. No, I don't know about more. Do you know how to talk about more? Because you have a number of my in the book. Can I show you something around here? Okay. So, with them, if you know you've got a lion, some of you, from what I've just said, you can actually have been picked the guys between 1 and 8. Their characteristics, they will be lions. With them, be consistent. By being consistent, they don't want you you're not honest or you change the goalpost. With that guy for your boss, chances are you'll find your way out. They want people who are consistent in doing things. You know, this time you're up, the other, your payment is up, the other time your payment is down. They want consistent people. Then get their opinion. You just don't say price in them after you've done a thing. They want to authorize things to be done in their space. So you find if you want to do something, even if you think it's the way to do it, you go and sell your idea and get their opinion, even if they put it just a little bit, but because they got the input into it, you find you get buy-in from them. And if you have them, that's pacing. Pacing is now managing if you know a lion that you work with. Okay. Then if you are one of them, you should cultivate charisma. You know charisma? Charisma is where when you engage other people, you know that you are a strong character, but you don't treat enemies that intimidates and belittles them. You've got to be infectious. When you deal with other people, though you know you are strong, but you've got to make them want to rally behind you. But if you are a leader and a lion, chances are, if you're not careful, you think you're leading people, but no one is following you behind. So it is only charisma that will make you people rally behind you. So consistently, if you're a lion, you've got to look over your shoulder to see if there's anyone that is following. We've got a lot of lions in some of these institutions that we know. And that's why you say some of the institutions are going, they are, or they've got a high staff turnover. People can't stand for phantom working with such a person. So you've got to build charisma. Charisma then makes you make people want to work to you. You become magnetic and they want to work with you. So charisma is important. Okay, let's go to the second one. Beaver. Beaver, strength, consistent, detailed, organized, and calculating. Weaknesses, critical, perfectionist, slow to innovate. This is the general weaknesses. Then, most of people who are this finance they are beavers. They want things to you just don't go with stuff with them if it's not in. See, sometimes if you're not careful with the beaver, you fall into what is called analysis paralysis. You don't get things done by continuously analyzing the text trade. You know that? So facing with them, you have facts ready and systems that way. You just don't go with stuff there if you've got an idea. If you don't have your facts, let's say I'm in marketing, I go to an FD. I now know that generally, by the way they are wired, finance directors, because they are CAs, they are generally beavers. So if I'm a marketer like me, going to my finance director, I want to do a thing, I've got to be able to tell them exactly what I want to do, how much it is going to cost, and the value of the return on the marketing investment the business is going to get from that activity. You get where I'm coming from? So in fact, because I know the characteristics of people that is that domain, when I make my communication and presentation, I tell I make it with their charisma and style of disposition, which makes them approve what I submitted. Then to another issue, what I said I would deliver does not come but they've been approved anyway. That's a different matter. But what I'm just coming from is you've got them to be able, because you find sometimes people who are in marketing, they say finance does not want to release money. But it's because you are not able to communicate in a fashion that they can encode and relate to. So it's important in a team to know who you're working with so that when you communicate with them, you adapt your style into a manner or fashion that will make them be able to relate to you. Okay. So if one of them cultivates courage, these people don't want to change. They resist change. If change is proposed, it wants to be done abruptly. They are the guys who are always the gatekeeper to anything that does not come through. So one of the most important things is for them to cultivate courage. But why general people in finance don't want to authorize expenses is if then it will not work, we will not get the money and the company will make a loss. So they need to generate sometimes the courage to say, I think I can bet on this one. Sometimes they need to cultivate what is called emotional intelligence and take intuition action based on gut feel more than facts. So if you want to be effective, sometimes you need to have that ability. Then type C monkey. The bulk of people who are monkeys, they're in marketing and other. Visionary, optimistic communicator. You know, like me, I love to communicate. I'm a monkey when I teach this. You know, people who've got visions, most of the visions are very abstract. They are not clear. Like I know I want to become a millionaire, but I'm not. I've broken in town, but I'm still quite a bit lazy because I've been doing some stuff and it's not been working, but I'm not stopped. You get where I'm coming from? Optimistic. Optimistic. Communicate. You know, optimistic can be interchangeable with enthusiasm. And enthusiasm is contagious. You can start an epidemic with it. So those are monkeys. Okay. Oversell. I think I'm overselling my presentation. Poor follow through. Very bad at that. Most of the people, if you go into their offices, if they look for documents, when they are going home, they don't file things away. They just throw things into the tray so that they just quickly dash out of the office. But you find that when it comes to organization, following through admin, they've got significant challenges. So if your market challenges are most likely you're very good at administration. You don't have order in the manner in which you do things. You should start being focused into what you do. Then people pleasing. They sometimes cannot say no. Even when they know they're supposed to say that. Sometimes you've got to be able to say no when you're supposed to. Because but you know the they organize to Because someone asks for a favor, they say, I will do it, don't worry. But sometimes you don't have the capacity. So that's it. Then with them, give opportunity to talk to you and others, like what Mr. Jude has done. I love this. Then if one of them cultivate focus, like I said, I've been cultivating it. I've been trying to bring audience that is in the manner in which I do things. I am now better than what I used to be, but I have not yet arrived. I think it's the journey of every one of us. In life, we never arrive. Don't ever think you arrive. Because the moment that you think you arrive is the moment that you die. Not your physical death, but you die in your ability to start getting to the progression of humanity. You know, most of the companies that have went really up, if you look at their history, their principals or CEOs or the chairmen of those companies, one of the things that they used to accept to change, that the things that are coming. When you know IBM used to make those big mainframe computers. The CEO of IBM then, when the first personal computer was launched, he said there would be not more than 28 people who have the need for a personal computer. So he refused to move into the PC domain and remain in the mainframe domain. And where is IBM now? You get where I'm coming from? So focus is important. Okay. Then last but not least, Labrad. These people are patient, thoughtful, loyal, and adaptable. Give in easily and not confrontational. They put it to our arguments in the one. Eh? What do you know? I hear Labrad. With them, give them routine tasks. They love that. Then, if one of them cultivates competence, try to do things that are outside your comfort space. So these are the characters. So you now know who you are. You know now with team members. There's all from the so things that I've given you. You now have got 100% of succeeding as a team. So what is about the team? When about to talk just let more about the team in Amsterdam. Team development phase. I think one of the most important things is you find one of the things that is now coming through in the corporate sector is that what is now called the cross-functional teams. You find in most businesses, because of the prevailing economic climate, what is happening, we no longer have the normal structures where you've got marketing is a silo, finance is a silo, IT is a silo. Each time a company is having projects, and when they're having projects, they pull people from the different units. If that's not happening in your companies, then they set a committee which has got a cross-functional team. So if you sit in one of those committees, one of the most important things that the board understands is how teams form. Both it will enable you to navigate and find your way in teams. So the first part is forming. That's when you are put together. You just like I don't know if you're going to have breakout sessions. Sometimes they could just pick you and say, you say number one, number two, number three, you know that process. Then when you go there, you don't know each other. Most of you might don't know each other. When you go there, you already find someone wanting to be lion. Who are you just putting in the way want to be lion? So a team development should be polite to others, forming, watchful, impersonal, guarded, and excited. By guarded, you don't have to open yourself too much so that you start understanding who you are working with. Then it then moves into what is called storming. Control conflict. Don't moda izwa makauronga shishishi fonga yakasekuruka uperu kuti apenda kumusha patimwe ibagara na mari ngenda kwaniko so conflict opting out mara bara mota kana shisho idina kubai mari yangu frustration controlling each other do now on each other's thoughts. So that's called the storming part. So if you've been in teams that I think you can relate to this. So when you understand it, you find